Right, I'm just starting my stream. It is the chess.com Arena Kings. Just getting a link. Just post it in just to show I'm streaming the event. So this is chess.com Arena Kings. It is Season 5 Week 4 Friday, and it's normal 3-minute blitz. And we have just over 4 minutes to go to the start. Currently 86 players in. I'll be down the list somewhere there. There we are. So I'm joined in the tournament. So we will just wait for the start of the event. Right, that's already what? 1, 2, 3, 4 Grandmasters I count there. Yeah, lots of title players, so still going to be a very, very strong tournament. Well, hi there, Bobo. Just getting ready for the Arena Kings tournament to start. Hope you're having a good day wherever you are in the world. What have we got now? 2.5 minutes to the start. And we're just coming up to 100 players in the tournament. 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 5 Grandmasters now in it. And a range of other title players. Right, we're just coming up to the 1 minute warning, and we're up to 111 players now, so the number's going up all the time. It's still a strong tournament, isn't it, even though some of the regular players are not here. The top 10 are all 2500 plus. Another 6 are 2400 plus. It's going to be a bit of a tough night, I think. Where am I? 42nd, 43rd now out of the current list. Right, we're getting ready to go. So good luck, everybody. I'm just going to castle, so give him the pawn back, maybe another one. So he grabs first, so the idea, I've got bishop takes, I've also got bishop takes knight maybe. It's playable. I think I'll just take this pawn. I'm guessing he's going to grab this one, so I've got to play rook across, get off this file and protect the bishop. I think I'll just play queen up, put some pressure on the pawn. Rook across. You might see bishop down, I'm guessing. And I'll just play pawn up and takes if he takes. And he plays h6, so I'll play h3 then to guard the bishop coming here. So I've got knight over. Don't love the move, but I think it's playable. Okay, now do I want to trade bishop for knight? I think I will actually. I think I'll trade and then we'll push the pawn. So again, he might grab the knight. He might take the pawn. Right, he plays h5, okay. So I think I've got to take then. The queen protects it. So forks two pieces. Wow, he's really getting aggressive, isn't he? Let's play a knight up and hit the queen and bishop. So he'll probably play a queen back here, I'm guessing. Oh, he just resigns it. Excellent, that's a good start. Alright, we have c4. I'll play a knight up, I think. Actually, I might be better pushing a pawn early, I think, here. Okay. What's that, Steve? 7? You think I'm so calm? It's very early in the tournament. I mean, we'll just see how it goes, won't we? The calmer you can be, generally, the better it is, of course. But I will make plenty of mistakes and blunders in the tournament. I'm not one of the very elite, high-rated players, of course, so there'll be lots of shaky moments to come, no doubt. But I'll do my best, it's all you can do. Okay, offers the trade of the knight. I'd like to swing over, but I think it's a bit risky. Okay, so now we've got to be careful about this move. I think I'll just play a pawn up there. But can't move the knight unless it goes here. Then maybe try and get bishop up. So he's played rook over. I think I'll trade the rook. Like, knight down protects the pawn, looking to get bishop up. Just try and get rid of this dangerous piece. Oh, he's given me a potential fork there now. Obviously, he can easily block it, but it's kind of a nuisance move, so I'll play that first and then I'll come back. Try and get rid of that bishop. He might go after the pawn, of course. Okay, so I'm looking at queen up, but he can maybe throw in nuisance moves himself, so I think I'll just go onto the light square. Alright, I think rook across and maybe lining up moves like this. He might come down either side, hit the bishop, he does. Okay, so I think I'll offer a trade of bishops. I don't think he will take. I think he'll let me do the taking. Yes, he does indeed. So now I've got knight up hit the queen, but again, it's just a nuisance move really. Doesn't really do much just yet. Alright, so he drops back. I've got to play. I think he wants to come down here. I think I've got to make sure I don't get back rank sloppiness though just yet, so might have to trade here, not sure yet. Right, I'll trade, play rook up. So he checks. He might take, I doubt it, but he might. Right, he goes back, so can we create anything? I've got knight down, very tough position this. I think I'll bring the knight back, but I've got to be wary of the clock. I'm getting short of time now. Very hard to create anything. Right, now I'm going to drop the bishop back, see if he takes it. He doesn't. So I can bring the king over. Right, he comes forward, so I'll challenge the pawns. Obviously I've given him this nice square for his knight now. I've got to be a bit careful about moves like this. Yeah, I'm just too short of time, aren't I? Too short of time. Oops, I meant the pawn. Right, he goes for a check, okay. Yeah, I've lost that one. Well done. Well played, nicely finished. So we get on with the next game. Right, we're playing somebody a 2345 rating, so that's well above my best rating. So this will be a tough game, but you never know. Okay, comes forward. I think I can take there. How does this one go now? How does this go? I think I'm aiming for this. Right, kick that bishop back. Just challenge that bishop. Okay. Drop back, I think, is the safer option there. So take. Got queen up. Actually, maybe take a chance here. I might let him take this pawn. Might let him go for the pawn. He's got this one as well. If a castle pawn down's no good. Yeah, I've not played this very well. If I was him, I'd take this one, he has. So now it's probably easy to castle, but... yeah, actually, let's just castle. But no, I've not played this opening very well, that's pretty clear. So I think I've got a take there. Okay, can I sack the exchange? Might be sensible. Oh, I've missed the check. It wasn't sensible. That's just a plain bad game. But well played to my opponent. Well done. Right, I'll play another Caracan. Okay, challenge the bishop. Just hit the pawn. He plays queen up, so I think I'll take the knight. Rook across threatens knight takes pawn. Or you could play knight the other side, of course. So I've got knight takes, pawn takes, queen takes. Actually, have I got knight takes, pawn takes, rook check there? How does he defend that? I think if he takes, I've got check. Excellent win. Well, I'll just give myself a 30-second break before the next game. Just see how a lot of the other players are getting on. Oh, we're up to 223 players now, so it's already just about doubled since the start. Right, we have a FIDE master here. What's that? 2564. So again, a little bit out of my league, but you just do your best. So we'll take, just keep it fairly straightforward. Okay, let's castle. Okay, I'm wondering whether I can play up here and try and sack here again like the last game. Just move the rook across for now. Okay, so he wants to get creative. So I'm going to try and line up a sacrifice here. I'm going to have to play it, I think. He wants to obviously target this side, so let's try and break the position open. Right, he drops back, okay. So I could take the knight, queen or pawn takes, knight forward. Not sure. Actually, can I just... wondering whether to take the pawn. It looks a bit risky though. That gives him knight over, it opens his bishop up. That looks a bit too dubious to me. Yeah, that looks too dubious to me, so I'm going to take. You can say what you like, Stephen. I can't actually read the chat a lot of the time while I'm playing. Unfortunately, I don't have Ikaru's multitasking skills to be able to do like a million things at once, so you know, when you're outrated by 400 or 500 points, you've got to kind of try and concentrate. Okay, so he takes, so Is there any opportunity for anything, or is he just going for a nice, sensible, solid position? Trouble is, I can't see anything better to do with my queen other than take. So maybe drop back and just pressure the pawn. Right, rook across. Knight up, okay. I think I'll go forward and try and double the rooks up. Right, okay, so he wants my rook off the board. Don't think I can risk that, so I'll go after the pawn. It's a funny joke, yeah. Funny joke. Okay, he develops his bishop, so try and make sure I don't get caught with a back rank mate. He's going to play rook down at some point, so I might end up getting into a bit of a bunker here, but I'll try and play a knight across and up. He's cut that off now. Okay, let's go forward then. Now, I could bring the knight out wide this way. I think I'm going to put the king forward though. Right, I'm going to let him take that and try and get the rook across. Right, he doubles up first, so I think got to be wary about him. He wants to play this. I'm not sure I can stop it. So I think I'm going to play king up. Okay. No, I can't go there. He's got a fork. I think I'll play a rook across, maybe try and push the pawn. Yeah. Right, now I can get my knight into play. Either hit that or come in here. Oh, choices. Hit the bishop. Yeah, if he goes back, I've got a check. If he goes that way. Okay, that time I've got to take. Right, let's go forward. Ooh, he caught me out. That's a good move. Okay. Ah, I blundered it. Oh, I won it. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, I actually won it on time. Oh, wow, that is a cracking good win. I thought I'd actually blown that completely. Wow. I made a mistake in the end and somehow blundered my rook away. Wow, that was a tough game. What a good win though. Yeah, that's one of the best wins I've ever had, that against 2500. It's probably the second highest win I've ever had, that I think. I'd have to check after the event, but wow. Right, I'll probably lose to a 1200 now. No offence to my opponent, of course, but let's see how we get on. Right, so we have a nice bog standard Caro-Kann, just keep it traditional. Okay, I pin the knight. I should have played a Sicilian really. I tried to play the more attacking openings against the slightly lower rated players. Okay, now I can take there, I can drop back. I think I'll take. Okay, now I want a castle, but then of course the pawn's going to storm forward, but I think I need the castle anyway. So bishop's off. Right, queen up to hit the pawn. Then maybe just logical development. Okay, just ignores it. Right move. So I'm going to look to try and just push the pawn and open the position up. So he could take, he does. Now we're going to get the pawn storm both sides, so try and keep it closed if I can. If I get g6 in, it's not a bad position, but it does leave this big open square for his knight to come in. And of course he's got to be careful to protect his pawn. So I think I need g6 in straight away. Now, can I get my own pawns forward? I'm not too worried about him going there, I'll just take. It's risky, but I've got to start a counter-attack. I could take with a pawn, of course. But I need to try and push my pawns up the board. Okay, just pawn forward. He has to keep something defending this pawn or play one of the rooks up, because I'm threatening mate if he wanders off. Otherwise I'm just going to try and obviously break the position open if it's possible. It might not be possible, but let's try and challenge the knight and see if we can triple the rooks up, the rook and queen on the file. So again, if he comes forward, I think I've pretty much got to take, even if I give up this pawn. Okay, now I could potentially push a pawn there. I think I'll triple up for the time being. So now I am threatening to take a pawn. He guards it. So let's go forward and try and push again. Okay. Now I'm going to try and open the outside file to maybe get a rook around the back. Or I can play queen up and trade. Actually, let's go here. Pressure on the pawn. Try and get a rook forward. Okay. So I'm 3 pieces attacking the pawn again. It's very easy to blunder these positions. Oh, he's playing very, very well. He really is. What? He's resigned. Oh. That's unfortunate. He's obviously just run out of ideas what to do there, but he's actually in a perfectly fine position. He shouldn't have resigned that. I'm guessing he's just run out of ideas. That's very unfortunate. He's played a terrific game. For a 1200, he's played a really terrific game there. He really has. Nothing wrong with his position or his player whatsoever. Right, a 1489 this game. So this time I'll try a Sicilian. I don't play it that often, but try and play something a bit more attacking. The Caro-Kann is what I normally play. Well, let's just try Sicilian. Excuse me. Right, knight up, maybe pawn up if he brings bishop up. Okay, just bishop up, prepare the castle, hit the bishop first. Now I could potentially play bishop takes knight there and double his pawns up if he doesn't move it or protect the knight. Would then give me a target, but okay, he's tempting me to take the pawn. It does hit the rook, otherwise he'd be able to trap it, but I think I can't resist taking the pawn. He'll probably play across and we'll drop back. And now I'm going to look to try and castle if I can. And then I've got to try and get this bishop into the play somehow. Okay, I don't see an immediate threat there. Maybe knight out wide, but I'd be happy to trade anyway, so... Is he looking at something like queen up? I think I can castle. If he plays queen up, I think I can play pawn up. Knight out wide could be dangerous though. It could be potentially dangerous. His bishop's in a much better position than mine, of course. So he does indeed come forward. I'm tempted to actually just sack a pawn. Try and get rid of this light squared bishop, and even if it means giving up a pawn, hopefully target his pawns in return. Right, so he has indeed gone after this bishop, so... I'm looking at dropping back. I'm not seeing any reason not to. He can play queen across, hits the pawn. I think I'm pretty well forced to. If queen across, have I maybe got pawn up? I'm not sure. I've certainly got pawn up 2 squares. 1 square you can probably take. So yeah, I've not played this game brilliantly either, have I? I could maybe push both pawns up. That's kind of what I'm looking at now. If I go up 1, he's got bishop takes and he crashes through. I've got bishop up. I think I've just got to play forward. I've really got to risk everything here. I could be losing this game very easily. I could very, very easily lose this. Yeah, so he's got a checkmate threat. I can play pawn up. I don't see anything else at all. But hopefully now I can get rook forward. The 2 bishops guard my pawns at least temporarily. But again, he's playing a terrific game for his rating. He really is. Right, he drops back. So now, my original idea was to try and get rid of this bishop, but that's going to weaken this pawn. I'm going to play rook up for now, just so I try and give some extra protection to this 7th rank, while I try and work out a plan. You know, if I push pawns forward, they can't come back. That's a problem. This is not a position I wanted at all. Rook across, maybe bishop over. Yeah. I wanted bishop here, but his queen can come crashing through. So he's moved his queen off, so now it's playable, but then the rook can take here. Let's bring the rook across. Right, he tries to challenge the pawns. I think I'm reasonably safe there. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to gamble this whole pawn and whole structure to try and get rid of that bishop. Taking a big gamble here, big gamble, and I'm going to try and get the queen. Okay, now do I mind if he takes that? I'd actually rather he takes with the knight than the bishop if I'm going to give up an exchange. Now I'm hitting his bishop as well. Okay, goes back. So I'll hit the queen. And now I'm going to try and take the bishop next move, and hopefully he'll run out of time. Maybe rook up or rook across. I can let him have that pawn, I think. I've not played this too well though, have I? Not played this too well at all. What's he played? G3. So I can push either pawn forward. Let's go this one. Okay, again. Right, he's out of time. I've managed to flag him, but that was not a great game by me. Not brilliant at all. Right, knight f3, the reti is what I normally play. Okay, let's challenge that knight straight away. Okay, comes forward, very aggressive. Nothing wrong with that, of course. Now, how do I want to play it? I think I'll go d4. Right, he might advance the pawn there. Okay, he takes. So he's looking for a very quick attack. I want to try and play bishop up if I can. Oh, he might castle queenside. Okay. I'll push the pawn up if he does. I'm threatening pawn up to pin his knight as well. Queen forward. Now, do I mind if he takes a pawn? Not sure I do. Let's play queen up. He might grab the pawn. I'll just throw another pawn up the board if he does. Right, hit the queen, tempt him to take. He can't take now because he's going to get trapped. Oh, I've blundered a piece, have I? Or was it a pawn? I can't remember what was there. A pawn, a pawn, a pawn, a pawn. Right, do I want to bail out? Let's take. Yeah, I'm a pawn down thanks to blundering that pawn, but otherwise my position is actually not too bad here. So I've got the option to take. I've got knight down. Actually, I'm going to take there, then he's going to have two completely isolated pawns. Knight back, otherwise he maybe had a pin there if I'd have gone here, so rook across. Potentially we can push forward. Knight over, maybe up. Going to be very tough to win this though, very tough. Oh wow, I'm miles behind on the clock as well. I've only just noticed the time. Wow. Gotta pay attention to the clock. Okay, comes forward, so now I can go over hit his bishop, I think. There is an escape square, at least for now. Otherwise I'm going to try and take. Okay, I've got knight check, but I don't see any particular benefit from it. If he takes with a pawn, the knight can get out. Okay, I'm going to go forward and try and activate my rook. Now I'm actually threatening check there. Okay, he's blocked it. I don't want to go across there. Rook across, pawn down. Actually, no. I can play there, I think. It looks very dubious, this. Right, if I take the pawn, check, king up. Yeah, he's playing really well. He's playing very fast. I've played really slow here. Right, let's hit his pawn. Oh, blundered the rook. Wow. Just blundered the rook and that is game over. It must be game over. Wow. That is terrible. Now he can't take that one because of check. He can't take there. But this is a shocking defeat. Wow. I'll just give him that. It's an arena, I might as well just get on with the next game. He played really well there. Right, we're playing a candidate master. Let's go back to knight f3. Okay, let's play a reti. Okay, c6 you normally play b3 against. If it's e6 you normally play g3. Bit like that. You just got to be careful that you don't get moves coming in losing the rook. Okay, that's a bit ambitious. Let's take that one. Okay, I'll trade a rook. Right, he wants control of this file, so I'll play queen up and maybe rook across. I've got to start watching my clock a little bit better. Right, so I could play pawn up, trade bishop and pawn. Don't like the look of that, but I don't think I can protect that pawn anywhere. So pawn up. Actually, yeah, I might as well try and trade off the dark squared bishop, because his bishop is better placed than mine. So I might as well give him the extra pawn but get rid of the bishop. Right, now I'm going to play h3 just so the king's got a square. We're just going to try and get onto an open file if we can. Okay, I don't want to trade. The knights cover each other, so I think I'll go forward. The knights protect each other. Maybe an idea to come back and try and get in here might be an option. G4 is maybe an option. Okay, try and go this way. And at some point I'd like to play a knight forward. I just don't want to mess the pawn structure up. So he plays G6, so I'll play G4. Okay. Now, knight up is now an option. Takes, pawn takes, his knight's got to go somewhere. But let's put the queen forward first. Then look to play maybe knight up. Okay, so now we'll go knight up. If he takes, we take with a pawn. Right, so he's hitting the queen with the knight. Is queen down playable? Takes, bishop down. I think he protects it. I think he stops it queen. And queen across or queen down? Not easy. I'm going to leave the queen at his end of the board, I think. I want to try and get the knight into play and push these pawns forward. Okay, so he's looking to trade. Ah, my knight's hanging now. I can block it back with a check if he checks. Just means it's not really much use going forward. I've got to be a bit careful. But I want to just try and push pawns forward if I can. Right, queen up, so that pawn is potentially loose, so... could hit the bishop, don't love that move. Let's go forward. Alright, so he's played his bishop up. So I'll just push a pawn again. Alright, so now can I potentially get in? Does a check work? I don't quite think it does. I've also got pawn up takes, knight up this way. Let's go for that. He might advance actually there. Might have made a mistake there. I think he should have just advanced. So knight up, he might take, he might not. He does. So I'm 2 pawns down, so clearly I'm worse off. It's whether I can actually get active in any way. I think I've got to go forward there. Okay, now he might take the pawn. He does. So I've got to be busted here, I think. So So I've got to drop back. Oh, can he just take here? He can. I missed that, not to worry. Yeah, I can't stop this now, just check. Well played, well done. So not my best game there, decent game that. Okay, well let's play a Sicilian with white. So let's play queen up first, then maybe knight back. Yeah, let's play knight back, see if he treads. I'd like to go there, and I'm going to go there. If knight over I can take with a knight and I'm hitting the queen. If the knight moves anywhere else, I can take it. The bishop's hanging. Right, so he does come in, but I can take and hit the queen. Then bishop down next move. Okay, so he's looking to get some sort of attack here, so I had this earlier on, didn't actually. Get rid of his knight. I can play knight down and put the bishop here. I had this in a game against somebody else earlier on in the reverse colours, I think. Try and get rid of another piece. Then c3. Just keep it simple. Okay. Might make sense to leave that pawn there. So I've got maybe queen up. Or I could take, open the file up. Actually, let's open the file up. Oh, see, if I get 2 rooks to the queen, I'll take it all day long. Wow, he's done it. So I've got 3 pieces against the queen. It'll be a slow grind this now, a really slow slog, but the extra piece should be decisive. Just make sure you don't get back ranked and you don't disconnect your rooks and you should be fine. Let's just drop rook back, kick the queen. And again. I think I can play here now and then look to push the pawn. Now I might be able to create a passed pawn here. Question is, can I push it forward? See, I'm going to have to disconnect my rooks to do it. So rook over. Actually, can't I just play rook over and rook down and then just push the pawn anywhere? Keep him connected at the back and try and use the knight to kick his queen. I'm not sure how, like maybe knight over, knight over. Yeah, let's go this way and just try and literally run the pawn down the board. Right, now rook up. Oh, he's walked into it. That's got to be game over. So that's a good win. Just refresh it. Right. Next game. What's that? 75 minutes left. Right, we have a Reti. Okay, I think knight c6 is the right move here. There's a number of ways you can play this line. Okay, so it's just going to be slow and steady. So let's just develop and castle. Right, he comes forward, so I think knight over and across. Maybe pawn up is playable. Okay, so knight across, he'd play e4, potentially. Or I could just drop the knight back. I'm currently covering e4. Now b5 is a bit bold and adventurous, but it's playable. I don't mind dropping the knight back though. I think rook across first and then knight back. Which way to take? Maybe in over. If he takes, he probably won't, he'll probably retreat. Yeah, he does, goes back, so h6 and bishop up. Or maybe knight across. Right, knight over. They'll challenge that knight, and we're going to try and get the bishop into play at some point if we can, when the time is right. Right, he goes back. I think I can play up now. Actually, let's hit the knight first. Right, so have I got pawn forward? Takes. Takes, takes, takes. Takes. If the knight moves. Discovery. I think it's playable. Because his bishop's potentially hanging at the end of it. If I take this way, if he takes this pawn. So if he takes, I've got bishop takes knight. It's never easy to create chances in these positions. It's always difficult to create chances. Right, so he's played queen over, so I've got the obvious bishop up first. Then queen grabs a pawn, rook across. Is the queen getting trapped? If he takes a pawn, is there a queen trapped there? Where can it go? Can he grab there? They're covered. They're covered. I think he has to go back over. I might be able to take this pawn then. Okay, so let's take the pawn. Right, so I've got pawn up to protect the bishop. I've got knight over again. Yeah, I like the look of knight over, just simple development. Now we've both got just over a minute left, so time's starting to get a bit short now. Right, so he brings his knight back over again. So I think knight down is playable, but then he's got knight in here. So I think I'll look to try and trade a set of rooks off. But starting to get short of time, so got to be a bit careful. Okay, this pawn is loose if he misses it. He needs to move that knight, I think, protect his pawn. Well, so I might just play rook across and try and trade the other rook off. Right, so he has protected it, so just look to trade the other rook. Right, so he's looking to trade queens. I think I can play an endgame here. So hit the bishop first, and then try and pick up this pawn. Hit the knight. Right, so now we're going to look to trade off here. Maybe pawn up to bishop and pawn support each other. Okay, that's a nasty potential move, so drop back. Right, pawn up. Now, can I get this pawn forward? Might be a bit ambitious, this. Might be a bit ambitious. I need this knight on the other side of the board. Okay, he might have just given me a chance to get there. Hit the bishop. So can I push now? No, I can't. Gotta be wary of the clock. Okay. Hit the bishop again. Right, king over. Ooh, I should have kept the bishop there. Okay. Wow, that was terrible, wasn't it? Half a second. I had no pace in that finish at all whatsoever. That should have been a bit more straightforward than that. Now, do I want to get adventurous and go up the board? No, I think I'll be a bit more cautious. Could be interesting. I could play up and take with a pawn. I'll see if he's going to take. I'll probably take with a bishop if he does, but... Right, he goes back. Right, let's go forward. If knight up, I'll take. He comes up. So I've really got to challenge that knight. Right, I think I'm going to castle. He'll probably play a queen across at some point. Right, so that's a big target square. I'll move like this to hit both pieces, but he's gone there anyway. So I think if I play across... Ooh, if I play across as he got bishop down, but then pawn up... I think it's playable. Oh, he just goes back, okay. In case I'll just challenge the knight again. Maybe go after rook on the open file. Again, I'm already 30 seconds down. Wow. Now I've got queen. I've got to start playing quicker. I'm just too slow tonight, aren't I? I'm way too slow for some reason. Right, so he plays the knight back, so just rook across. If he takes, I can take. Ooh, if I walked into a fork. Oh, I've got en passant. Okay, so I can take, open the file up. Knight in, don't think does anything. Right, let's just drop the bishop back. I'm so short of time though, wow. So he does indeed take, but he's given up his defensive bishop and I've still got my attacking bishop there. So I'll take that. Drop back. Now this pawn is under threat. He might miss that because the bishop's here. Again, if bishop down, I think I can still play up as before. Right, so that pawn can be taken. So he's looking at something like this. So I think king across first. I'm 30 seconds down though, not good. Right, grab the pawn while I can. Right, go back one less this time. I should have gone there and just hit the queen immediately, shouldn't I? Pressure on the pawn. I'll do that next move, I think. Should have done that last move. Right, so... Oh, I've dropped the queen. What am I doing? What am I doing? Wow. Shocking. Everybody does blunders now and again, but not to worry, these things happen. Right, I'll take this time. Okay, take. I might be wrong, I think we've already played earlier in this tournament, haven't we? The name's familiar. I think we've already played earlier. Right, he comes forward. Okay, so he wants to plant a knight in. I can just drop the other knight back, I think. I could even put a knight forward myself. Rook across. Right, his queen goes back, so I think I'm going to go forward. Hold on. He's giving me a chance to put the knight forward with a tempo though. So he just wants to trade queens, okay. Let's still go forward. The knight's got multiple squares it can drop back to. We'll still go forward. Okay, take, and still go forward. Right, my opponent comes forward now, so take. Right, challenge for the open file. See, I must play moves like this. He prompted me into that there, but king's got an escape square now. Okay, so he's giving me a chance to double the rooks up. Very hard to create anything here though, isn't it? Very tough. Okay, let's maybe bring the knight round. Might even go to g3 actually, it might be a better square g3. g3 covers the knight coming in. Knight check. Actually, if he goes there, I think I've got rook check. That would be a lovely checkmate. He didn't fall for it. Would have been a wonderful checkmate. So let's grab the pawn. Alright, now is it possible to defend that pawn? Doubt it. My king's too far away, isn't it? So I could be losing this. If I can get my knight here, I should be fine. Okay, well I'm happy with that. How do I go after his pawn? Knight in, maybe knight up. I want to give him something to think about. Keep his knight tied down instead of my own. Let's go knight forward. Okay, knight down, knight down. Like knight down, then I can check and still pressure the pawn. Yeah, knight down, maybe check. Okay, cuts that off. So again, I'm getting down on the clock. Got to be a little bit careful here. Actually, I should have just played a straight pawn up, shouldn't I? Yeah, I should just try and create a pass pawn of my own. Okay, so he's gone for the gamble. But now I hit two pawns. Throw in a check. Right, I can't protect that one. If he takes this one, it's just a draw. He just has to play a knight takes, and that's a draw. Well played. Interesting game. I'm sure we played earlier in the event, I just can't quite remember, but I think we did. Right, challenge the bishop. Right, let's get a little bit more attacking this game. Okay, knight up. Right, so I think knight over to hit the bishop. Maybe bishop up. Then rook across, just logical development, and try not to blunder it away. Now, where does a bishop want to go? Let's drop it back. Right. Oh, we're just into the last hour now. So he drops his bishop back. So knight over is playable, hit the pawn. It's not what I really want though. I think queen up, then you get the option of rook across to support the pawn, maybe bishop up. Okay, I don't actually mind if he takes there. I'm going to play rook up. If he takes, I'll take with a pawn. It supports the centre. This knight is loose, his bishop is loose. So he drops back. So I think bishop up is okay here. Got to be a bit careful, of course. A little bit careful. Right, challenges the centre. Knight takes, rook to bishop takes, pawn takes. Don't know if I love that idea. Let's double the rooks up and hit the knight. Again, he's playing really, really well for his rating, he really is. Right, so can I take? I think I can play pawn forward. I might be completely busted here though, I really might be busted here. Right, so knight back to protect the pawn, look to trade bishops, look to get pawn forward to support in the middle. Ah, he's dropped a pawn, he's just blocked his bishop, the defending bishop, so I hit the queen, knight in to hit the bishop next move, threaten a check. Right, so now I can fork the two pieces, and then hopefully get the pawn forward in the middle. Right. Far from one, of course. Now, do I mind him getting this? Kick the knight. I want to put the queen here. Can't this move, but I want to put the queen there mid-term and then just roll forward. So pawn up. Right, so, ooh, can't go there, he's got knight check. That would be an absolute disaster. This is going to be tough to win, very tough to win. Right, my knight hangs. So drop the knight back. Maybe bring the knight round, support the pawn. Right, so the pawn's protected. At some point I want to try and run this, but I don't quite see how. Well, I can push it now. Maybe got knight over. Yeah, let's try and get rid of his knight. He has got a knight check, but I think I can come back. He might be getting a little bit too ambitious here now. So push the pawn. So he goes for a check. What? Oh, again, a bit like a game I had earlier on, he's maybe just run out of ideas because he's got a perfectly playable position. I think he's maybe just run out of ideas, couldn't see how to stop my pawn, but a win's a win. Right, let's play knight up. Actually, let's play something different, what I haven't played yet. Maybe it is time to start getting a little bit more adventurous. Right, knight in, the pawn's protected, so let's go forward. Now, do you want to take early? Why not? Well, give him this centre pawn and try and push the H pawn. Literally just try and push it immediately. So again, I could be completely busted here, but... Right, he offers to trade. I think I'll drop back, protect the pawn, still try and push. Hit the knight, gains a tempo. Okay, push forward. Right, now we've got ideas of trying to go up at some point. Just get a castle, stop the knight coming down. Okay, let's go forward on the other side as well. I must remember I'm a piece down. I've sacked a piece for 2 pawns, so let's kick the knight. Now, I think knight forward is playable. So I don't see I can go in there. Potentially I can push there. Bishop up. Now g4 is a bit ambitious, isn't it? g4 is a bit too ambitious. Let's play queen up and still threaten a check. Right, he comes forward, so I think I can take. Right, let's drop back, try and reroute, maybe castle. Very risky line I've played. It could easily backfire this, very easily. I think bishop up, just to put pressure here. Okay, have I got a fancy tactic there? Takes, check. But then he's got king over and he defends it. Wow. King over defends it. Let's castle then. Right, so he's not castling that side. Is it worth sacking? I'm not sure it is. Let's just go forward. Now he can't take there because his rook hangs, as long as I'm not dropping something this side. Actually, let's keep him a bit boxed in. I want to get the queen round like this if I can. Right, well that gives me a perfect excuse. So he could try and grab a pawn, but I think I'm okay. Oh, actually, get a tempo, hit the queen, keep that shut, and queen across. Or, let's grab a pawn first. Drop back. I'm so far down on the clock again, miles behind. I'm going to go across. I think I'll let him do the taking. Then throw a check in. Oh, now I could be dropping a knight there, so that's... I think I can throw in a check first. But this knight is unprotected. If I take... I've got to take. The king's got an escape square from the queen check. So put the bishop in the middle and maybe king up here, then try and get the queen in. But he's got checks, so he might have a repetition. Hit the queen. There's no immediate check. Okay, the pawn's under threat. Queen in. I don't see the win. Oh god, my time. Wow, my time is completely gone. Terrible. Can I even just push now? Wow, that is a lovely finish, isn't it? What a lovely finish that is. Wow. I can honestly say I've never come up with a checkmate like that before. I can honestly say I've never ever come up with that before. But again, I've rather ridden my luck, haven't I? Rather ridden my luck. Where on earth am I down here? Nine and a half out of 15. Well, that's not bad. I've got to start playing quicker though. Oops. Okay. I think pawn is correct there, but I might be wrong with that. Just hit the pawn, hit the knight. Let's drop right back. I might just look to sack the bishop on the side. Right, let's just line it up and go for it if he allows it. If he doesn't allow it, can I drop back? I'm actually going to let him take there. So I need to try and play this move at some point. So takes, rook takes, bishop move. But let's just play it straight away, otherwise I might never get a chance. If he takes, I can take with rook or knight. I think rook looks better, try and double up. Okay, so trade one, trade another. I think knight into the middle, hit the bishop. Well, he grabs the pawn. Okay, so let's go forward. Okay, so I don't want to trade that. Put the bishop in over. Now he's got two passed pawns. I've got the pressure coming on his king. So I could go either way this. So I think... pawn forward, knight down, maybe queen over. Yeah, I've got to go forward whatever happens. So queen across, hit the bishop. Then we're just going to look to push the other pawn. Oh. Okay. Can't I hit his queen there? Right. Doesn't get a check. So hit the queen. He's maybe got queen down here. That probably saves him, but I might pick up his pawn, but then he's going to get this one. I don't want to trade. I don't want the trade. Takes, takes, pawn forward. I think I've got to go for that. No, I've got to just bail out, don't I? I've got to go for this. Right, put these on light squares if I can. I think I'll offer him a draw. I don't think he'll take it, but I'll offer him a draw. Okay, plays on. Now, can I afford to trade here? Not sure. Oh, I've gone on the wrong square. What am I doing? Gone on the wrong square. Wow. Just had a brainwave. Not to worry. What a blunder that was. Well, let's go back to the Caracan. Okay, goes back. So take and castle. This bishop, of course, again is the problem in this position. I think pawn up and pawn up. Alright, let me check. Okay, that's actually maybe helpful. I've maybe got bishop up at some point to hit his rook there and try and chase that away. Hold on, his internet has dropped there. He must have internet connection issues. Ah, he's come back on now. Okay. So he's going to play queen takes pawn. I'm looking at bishop up to hit the rook, but he can just block it with a knight. So maybe queen up, just pressure on the pawn. Queen up, he's got bishop down. Don't want rook across. I think I'll just put the knight in the middle. Helps to cover this square. Okay, bishop up, hit the knight. He might take the bishop, he might ignore it. He does take, okay. Oh, I didn't expect him to play that. But again, I think that's better for me. Get rid of his attacking bishop. Get rid of my defensive one. Now get the rook active. Right, so he wants the knight off as well. I don't really want that. Let's hit the queen. Maybe drop back and pressure the pawn. Or, oh, I can play it, can't I? If he plays rook across, I can take the pawn and hit the queen with check. As long as I can move the queen to protect the knight. Oh, of course he can take my queen. Wow, that was a blunder. He could have just taken because he would have taken my knight. Wow. He could have actually just played rook takes queen. I made a mistake there. Still not easy. Maybe knight back just to put it on a safer square. Mind you, I'm up on the clock on this game. I haven't been in very many games. Oh, hold on, it's saying he's reconnecting again. He must have proper internet issues. Right, but as I'm up a minute on the clock, it's an idea to just slow down a little bit and try and think, try and work out a plan. Yeah, his internet has dropped again. Oh, that's a bit unfortunate. It's an interesting game. Probably a draw with correct play, I'm guessing. Right, got the win. Right, let's stick to the Reti. Okay, let's go for a Sicilian again. Why not? Okay, I think knight forward is okay here. Oh, maybe it isn't. Oh, I just walked into this. Oh, I just walked into it. I think I have. I can't remember. I may have done. Is it takes? Knight up takes. I can't remember if you can take there or not. Can't remember if you can what the right theory is. Takes I don't really want to play. Let's just drop the knight down. I might have to just gambit a pawn away here. Actually, let's play a rook across. Again, I've managed to get 30 seconds down yet again. Okay. Right, so let's go forward and try and develop the bishop. Right, well that was a good move that he found there. Terrible move I played. Bishop up obviously does nothing. So that's a pawn gone. So you might as well move the knight across. Obviously I'm going to have to trade queens, it's just a case of how, so I think bishop up. He'll take the queen, I'm guessing. He might take the bishop. Right, plays bishop in, okay. Let's play a rook across, see which way he takes. Right, I must play a pawn up at some point so I don't get back rank issues, but I want to get active. But let's throw the h3 in first so I can't get back rank mated. So this rook up is met by rook back, I think, but I wonder whether I can go across here. If bishop back, I think I can just play a rook back. He might get into a little bit of a pickle here, even with rook across. He's got to be careful. Right, so knight down, knight across. Again, I might be completely busted, of course, I'm not sure yet. I want knight over, so if he plays up, can I throw in a check? Yeah, I might have just lost a pawn. Actually, can't I play up here? If I play up there, you can't take. But my rook gets trapped. I've got a cross, I've got check, king down. I can play up and he can't take the knight. But I'm kind of stuck. I don't like the idea of that. Just hit the pawn. Obviously I'll pre-move in case he takes. Let's drop back, try and get the king across. Oh, I've blundered a pawn, okay. Wow, that's a bit better. That's a good win. Okay, 2271 is higher than I've ever been. More than 100 points up, so this should be a tough game. But this is what you want though. You always want to test yourself against stronger players. I think G3 is correct here. You can play D3 or E3 there. With the bishop up, I'll play D3. Look to bring the knight across. You just got to be careful if this knight moves that you don't drop your bishop. Okay, so I've got knight in, knight across. E4. Now let's go E4, excuse me. Right, so let's take. Oops. Gotta be careful. Right, so get out of that pin. Hit the bishop. Right, rook across, and we want to try and do something with this knight. Yes, I think try and go something like this looks alright. Right, okay. I could actually put the rook there and invite him to take it with a minor piece at some point. I think pawn up. He's got an easy move like knight across at some point, hasn't he? I could even take that actually, but he brings his bishop up. Don't like the look of that. Takes bishop up, G4. Actually, I think I will take and then trade the rook. So I think across. Okay, so he plays down, so I think knight over, he'll probably take. Right, so now he's got his knight in, so this pawn's vulnerable. So I think I'll play forward. Oh, and I've blundered the queen, wow. Silly, silly, silly. Right, FIDE master, so gotta concentrate for this one. Oops. Okay, this is going to get interesting, I think. I'm going to castle. Right, knight forward, so the bishop hangs, the knight hangs, but I can take the knight. Then I think I can take the bishop. If he takes the knight, I take the bishop, and I'm hitting the queen. And now I've got to drop back. Now, in some ways I'd like to play forward there. Well, that's a good move. I'd like to play something like f4. I think I've got to play forward there. I'd like to try and get f4 in, but it might open his bishop up. It will open his bishop up. So I've got to play up there. He's going to get his knight in now. So I've really got to challenge that knight. Right, so the knight's off the board, so now this pawn is something to aim for. So I'll hit that straight away. Oh, it's giving me it. Okay. Obviously he's a strong player, he could blow me off the board straight away, and well, he trapped the queen. So I've got to go forward there. That was careless, wasn't it? Not seeing that queen getting trapped. Really careless. If pawn takes, I think I can take with the queen. Never mind the pawn. He goes back, so queen back. So if pawn down, I think I've got to drop back. He takes. I think I've got to take with the pawn. Right, so I've got to go here so I can play a bishop up. If he plays, say, rook across. I could play a rook across, because otherwise I'm going to lose this pawn, aren't I? Not easy, doubles up. Is it worth sacking a queen for 2 pieces? Is it worth it? I can't protect the pawn, so it might be worth it. I'm looking at bishop up, rook takes, take. Rook takes, rook takes. Oh, it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Yeah, it doesn't work, unfortunately. Now I've got a rather big problem. How do I get my queen into play? Sorry, my king into play, and I don't think I do. No, I'm just baiting here, aren't I? I wonder if I should just get on with the next game. Should probably get on with the next game. Right, grabs the pawn. Okay. Right, he goes back. Okay, just sack a pawn. Okay, I think bishop up. I'm kind of stuck, aren't I? There isn't really any useful moves. Let's try and get rid of the bishop. Right, if I go this way he's going to get this pawn, if I go this way he's coming in here, so I'm kind of in zugzwang. If I go back he just comes forward. I'll just give him that, just get on with the next game, it's an arena. Well played. Oh, Ivan Kovalenko. We played 2 weeks ago, the last time I played. Got my first win against Ivan, but I'm actually 4-1 down in our overall series. He's a very strong player. He's a bit underrated at 2070. When he's really on form, he's a stronger player than that. Let's play a bishop up. So takes. But for anybody who doesn't know, Ivan actually managed to get a win against Hikaru last season. Probably the shock of the whole entire season. He did amazingly well. Okay, I'll take that and drop the knight back. So we've got to try and pressure this pawn. Now can we try and open this up? Let's play a rook across. Not easy. My pieces are all on the wrong side of the board, really. Yeah, he comes forward, so I'll drop back. Get a chance to take. Let's roll forward. Well, he gave me a chance to grab a pawn, didn't he? Why didn't I just take it? Why didn't I just take that pawn? I could actually take there. Takes. I think I'll just play a rook across though. Okay, takes. Hold on, can I grab this pawn there? If knight takes, I take the rook. If rook takes... Ah, there isn't a back rank. But if I take knight takes, I can then take there, and he can't take back. He can't take because of the back rank threat, and he's got doubled up pawns now. So he just plays forward, so I think knight up to hit the rook and the pawn. He can't really defend it, because again I can just take. He can't take because of the same back rank. But the trouble is, this might be unstoppable. Might be unstoppable. Yes, well done Ivan. I'll give you that one, well played. Right, there's only 20 minutes left. Okay, let's take. Again, why didn't I just take? Maybe it's not brilliant. Maybe it's not brilliant. Let's play a rook across and look to advance. Right, I can't now. Well, let's simplify it a bit. He'll probably take the bishop rather than the knight. Hold on, if he takes... Lose a bishop, gain knight. No, I've got to take this way. Okay, so he comes forward. So I've got knight over to support. Could just take. I think I'll play knight over first. So now he can't take because I take with the bishop and get a pin. Right, so he plays the bishop back. So now I could take. I could drop knight back. Actually, I can take and take this knight and open his king up. Right, so hit the queen with tempo. Maybe throw in a check. Trouble is I've only got one piece to attack with, so I've probably got to risk playing pawn forward first and try and get a rook up. Yeah, I don't have enough material to really attack with right now. Pawn up is tempting. Pawn down. Let's play queen up. Right, rook up. At some point I want to play this when the time is right. Right, he's played rook up, so now I've got the perfect chance to play pawn forward. I don't know whether it's a great move or not. I mean, he's got rook down, but I think I can take the pawn and hit the queen. So I think I can take there. If he takes the queen, I take the queen. He takes the pawn. Right, so now what's a good move? I think come back, pressure the pawn and pressure the pawn. Just got to be wary of this, of course. So I could give up again, queen for 2 rooks. I could grab the pawn. You know, let's grab the pawn and offer a queen trade. My king's perfectly safe. Right, so he puts more pressure on. Now, I could grab a pawn, but he takes with a check. That's the problem there. So I've got to drop back and support this. Now I am threatening to take and fork the 2 pieces. If he takes, I just take back. It's easy to miss little moves like this, very easy to miss. Again, that's a good move. I've got to play away, so now I might have to play g5. But he's given me... That's checkmate, isn't it? If I take the bishop, he takes with a check and it's just checkmate, it's game over. So I've got to sidestep, but it's probably game over anyway. He's done really well here, he really has. Completely busted me there. Well played, that's a cracking good finish. He thoroughly deserved that, well done. Right, he plays knight up. So there's a number of ways you can play this. You can play a bishop up as well. That's a knight forward. Right, queen up. So I think I'll take there and get the bishop up. Then you look to play a pawn up. Trade and then pawn up. Then we can look for knight up to try and pressure the pawn. Bishop up, so queen up to pressure this pawn. Right, he castles, so I think just immediately go up the board. I can't attack too gung-ho early though, because I've got to give my king somewhere to go in an emergency. I think I'm alright this move though. I think maybe knight up and even castle queenside is playable. Bishop up is not currently playable. c5 is playable, but I don't like the look of that, so just drop back, pressure on the pawn. Again, he's got a very good position here. There's nothing wrong with his position at all. So knight up, pressure the pawn. He might come back, and we'll maybe look to go forward. I could play h6, lining up g5. Of course, he plays pawn. Okay, ambitious. So is it worth sacking a pawn here? I don't think it is just yet. I think I'll go slowly and steadily. Yeah, got to be wary of the bishop coming here. But I think I'm going to play g6 and maybe put the bishop here. Just try and guard against this. Ooh, very ambitious. Okay. Let's play h5. I can still castle this side if I need to. Right, he goes back over, so... I think now it's okay to try and trade bishops. So I might take with a pawn. No, I think I'll take with a knight and try and maybe get in the middle. Okay, I think that's okay to trade, but I'm gonna go this side, put the king maybe here. Okay, just advances, so I'll take that as well. Right, so actually there's no harm in taking there, get the rook across. Right, get the king off that file. Again, he's playing a very good game, very controlled, doing well. So knight into the middle of the board. Right, queen back and look to try and put some control this side. Okay, so I could actually play knight in here and fork his two pieces. Just not sure I want to. I'm not sure this is good, but I'm going to play it. It depends where his queen goes. Okay, I'm going to take a risk now and bring my queen into play instead of taking. So now his king can't come forward. So there's check threats, for instance. Queen has to block, check, he goes over, you maybe pick up the pawn. Ooh, I don't know about that. That gives me a check. If he blocks with a queen, I can take here. But now I've got knight over, hit the queen, can I get in? He can still play queen back. I think I'll take. Right, let's go forward. That's gotta be bad. That's gotta be bad for him. It's gotta be. King up threatening a check. Okay, I could just take with a queen there actually, just play it relatively safe. I've got a queen check if I want to bail out and trade queens off. I'm a pawn up, so I can give a pawn back, I'm up on the clock. Okay, I'm not now a pawn up, but I could still play this. This pawn is loose though, so grab that one. He has to block. Now, is it knight? Is that checkmate? It is. Good win. Right, a 2300, so this will be a tough game. Last 10 minutes of the event. Right, he comes forward. Right, I'm going to get adventurous this game. Let's really mix it up. How do I want to go? Let's just play rook straight across. Right, pawn up, knight over. Right, threaten the pawn, maybe drop back if he advances, he doesn't even worry about it. Okay, so I can get rid of his defending bishop. Queen up. Right, let's go forward, just chuck the pawn and try and open the file up. I mean, I've got queen up, but it doesn't actually really gain anything, does it? Well, let's play it and try and go forward. Maybe threaten pawn up. He plays pawn up, so I can't. Now, can I play pawn up here? Rook takes, takes. Pawn up, pawn takes, bishop up. I don't know if this works or not, but I want to try and play bishop here. Oh, I can't. If I play bishop there, he can just take the queen. This pawn is loose, so I could have taken that pawn. Still, If you're going to lose to a stronger player, you might as well try something. Oh, again, somebody else who's disconnected. But it says he's got an excellent connection. Okay, now I can't play bishop there, but I can play queen across looking for a check. Okay. I think pawn up now. He can't take because the queen would hang. Yeah, there's only 8 minutes left now, so I'm not really going to score any more points, I don't think. So pawn fold is tempting now, looking to simply take. The threat is to simply take and open the king up. Okay, so if I take and he takes with a queen, I can't drop back without losing the rook. That's a bit irritating. Bishop up first, he gets queen across. I think I need to play it though. So drop back. He might just grab the pawn, then I'll just castle. So now we're pressuring the knight. How do we break through? Let's play bishop up and maybe look to take. Okay, take. Pressure the pawn. Okay, there's no real winning attack there, so I've got to try and grab a pawn back. Okay, let's advance. So we're now threatening to take this pawn. If he advances, I just take with this pawn. Could take. I think I'm going to take with the rook. Yeah, big risk here. He might just advance his own pawn down. Very big risk. Ooh. So I've got to go forward there. Actually, now I can just queen, can't I? He's allowed me to queen, I think. Surely. Yeah, rook across. Pawn down, I think I can play a rook up. Oh, I can't, can I? Rook up, but then he checks me, and then he gets his queen. Oh. Wow, he's resigned, and I think he actually has a winning position. I'll take the win, so that's a 2500 and a 2300, but I think he can actually play a pawn down there. And I think I'm stuck. Because if I play up, he can check, and if you take, he then promotes with a queen. I think he just missed it. Wow. Take it though, another excellent win. Wow, an international master, 2600, so again, this is getting to a point now where it's getting a little bit out of my league now, 2600s. Okay. Very tough line to play this. Because obviously he'll know his theory, he'll know what he's doing here. Right, so let's try and get rid of the knight. Right, he just ignores that. So bishop up, pressure the pawn. Can I play a pawn up here? Not sure. Okay, so there's a cheesy mate threat. Now, can I get away with taking? I'm going to take it anyway. And if he takes, I think I can take the knight. He doesn't. I think I can take the knight anyway, or I can maybe take the pawn. Let's take the knight and... Ooh, it's going to lose the rook, isn't it? But actually, let's throw a check in. I maybe shouldn't have done that, actually. That might be a bad move, that check. If I drop down, he's got forward and he's going to hit my rook. But I think I can play queen up. Can I get away with going forward and just think, well, if you're largely bust, you're largely bust. I don't want to get negative. If I go up, he's got bishop down. Let's go for it. Let's go forward. I mean, his king's wide open in the middle of the board. So let's just go forward again. Right, he does come forward, so where can my queen go? I can't go there, his queen covers it. That's another natural square. That's a potential square. I think I'm going to go here. So he could grab the pawn with a bishop, but I just want to try and open the position up. He does. So let's just go forward. Still far from easy, this. Far from easy, wow. Let's play rook up, hit the bishop. So he's got a check. I've got to go across. Am I getting back ranked here? I might be. Oh, I can't go there. Nah. I don't think I can protect the back rank, that's the problem. So he's going to rook check and I've got to block with a bishop. Yeah, I've only got 20 seconds left, I've been too slow. And that's the last minute warning, so... Now that's it, game over. Well played. Well done. So there's no point playing another match in the last minute, so that will be my final standing. So 36 points, currently 40th. So let's see roughly what I've got. 13.5 out of 25, so a little bit over 50%. And I've had a win against the 2500 and a win against the 2300. So, not bad. I mean, I'm never going to score points like what any of these leading players have done. Oh, I've played Mikhail before, got a draw with him a couple of seasons back. 15 out of 24, better than 50%, well done. I am GM NM in the top 3 places, so that will conclude my stream. So thank you for anybody who has seen this.